$100 MBA Show, and today is a Q&A weekend episode where we answer your questions here on the show. If you want to ask a question, just email us at contact@100mba.net, or you can record your voice asking a question. We'll play it right here on the air using our Speak It option. Just visit 100mba.net/show to check that out. Today's question comes from Dave, and Dave asks, I'm planning on writing a book about crowdfunding through Twitter. Any tips? A very original question, Dave. Thanks for asking it. I'm going to get into it today, so let's get down to business. Guys, today's show is sponsored by one of my favorite podcasts, Freedom Fastlane, the #1 show if your goal is to have more freedom and more money in 2015. Open up iTunes right now and search Freedom Fastlane and hit subscribe. All right, Dave, you're writing a book about crowdfunding through Twitter or using Twitter, and you're asking for any tips. So if I were to pick up your book or be interested in your book, I would want it to answer a lot of questions or concerns I would initially have. And I would guess some of the initial questions that you would have to address. These are pain points that you need to address on your sales page through your marketing as much as possible. So one of these questions would be, do I need to have a huge Twitter following in order to be able to do this? What if you have 50 followers? Can you crowdfund your book through Twitter? And if not, how do you grow your Twitter following so you can make it work? So if you're going to be talking about this book, you need to also talk about what you think people have in their minds or some of the rebuttals they're going to have. Another rebuttal would be, how long would it take to have a crowdfunding campaign? Now, a lot of people like to know how much time something's going to take. A very simplistic example of this is exercise workouts like 8-minute abs. They want to know how long this is going to take every day for me to get, a six-pack. So you need to let them know how you can crowdfund whatever you're crowdfunding for and how long it's going to take them. If it's 30 days, 45 days, how long does it take to plan this crowdfunding campaign? So when you put a time limit to it, you make it attainable. You make people understand that it only takes this amount of time for you to actually pull this off. So take a look at some of the rebuttals, some of the things that people are thinking about when it comes to the topic of your book, and address them head on. I have a few other tips for you about just generally selling a book. You should always provide some sort of sample of the book, maybe a free chapter or two. About a year ago, Nicole and I sold an ebook called the DIY Webinar Guide, and we gave away some free samples, some free chapters of the book so people can get an idea of what the book's all about, what kind of problems it solves, and it gives them a chance to try before they buy. So consider doing that. We also include different packages. So you can have different packages for your book. Not only if they buy one book or multiple books, there's different price points, but you can also package them with videos or courses or interviews. The DIY Webinar Guide came with a whole set of videos, a training course, along with the book as a package. We now offer all that inside the $100 MBA. But the point is that when we sold the book separately, we had different packages to suit different price points. And also, people sometimes want more. They want more than a book. They want videos, they want interviews, they want bonus materials. They may even just want a phone call with you. You may want to include that, consulting. So offer different packages. I mentioned Nathan Barry in the past before. Nathan Barry has a style of selling ebooks that's very interesting. He prices his most expensive package first, then the one that's a little bit less expensive, and then the least expensive one third. And it allows people to have choices. And the question becomes, which package should I buy, and not should I buy or should I not? When you have one package, it makes it very binary. Dave, I got one more reference for you to use to help you on your journey of writing your book. But before that, let me tell you about today's sponsor. I mentioned in the beginning of the show that today's sponsor is one of my favorite podcasts, Freedom Fastlane. You've been listening to the $100 MBA Show, and now you're ready to start your own business, or you want to take your business and life to the next level. And this is one show that can definitely help you. So you should definitely subscribe. My favorite episode is the one where he outlines how you can make and keep $2 million within 2 years. I also like the show where Ryan explains how to invest your profits for passive cash flow so you're not exchanging time for money. You'll hear these episodes and more to grow your business on Freedom Fastlane. So open up iTunes, type in Freedom Fastlane, and hit subscribe. Dave, if you want to learn more about how to sell your ebook, I recommend you check out episode 94. That's 100mba.net/MBA94. And that episode is all about how to sell an ebook. Dave, we wish you luck. If you have any questions, don't forget you can always tweet at us at BizRepublic. We'd love to support you in any way we can. Thanks again for submitting a question and being a part of the show. All right, guys, I got a question for you now. what are you going to be doing after this show? If you got 2 minutes to spare, we would really appreciate your support by dropping us an iTunes rating and review. It takes 2 minutes, it's absolutely free. If you love the show, if you love this episode, if you love anything we do, we would love for you to drop us an iTunes rating and review because it helps us get more exposure in iTunes and helps us reach more and more people just like you. And as always, guys, thanks for being such an awesome listener of the $100 MBA Show. Guys, I want to leave you with this. Whenever you're selling any product, be it an ebook, a program, clothing, whatever it is, you're going to have people that are going to ask questions in their head. These are called rebuttals. You want to make sure that you answer these questions before they have to ask them themselves. On your sales page,